Howdy. Welcome to Regenerative Farming News with Heather Heinrichs, where we talk about regenerative farming in Western Canada. I'm your host, Heather, and each week I'll bring you the latest news, conversations with farmers and innovators, and practical tips that you can take straight to your soil. Whether you're rotational grazing or just starting to care about where your food comes from, you're in the right place. Let's dig in. Let's start with some news making waves in agriculture this week. First up, Saskatchewan is taking the lead in beef cattle genomics research. Researchers are diving into cattle DNA to enhance feed efficiency, fertility, and sustainability. The goal, according to an article in the Western Producer, is to develop a DNA bank and genomic data on cattle that can improve the accuracy of evaluating traits like feed efficiency, carcass quality, fertility, and disease resistance. One key outcome, reducing methane emissions and improving environmental impact. Ultimately, the article says that genomic improvements could reduce the environmental footprint of the beef industry. My opinion about this is that although it sounds like a good and promising study into cattle genetics, it's unlikely that they will study anything geared toward grass-fed and grass-finished cattle. We don't need to make conventional beef cattle breeds any more efficient. We need to focus our breeding efforts towards animals that do best without grain. This research is likely only going to try and find ways to make grain-fed cattle gain faster with slightly less grain. If they could also do research on grass-based breeding, then it would be worth keeping an eye on the results. Why does it seem so hard for people to see the obvious? Grain is the problem. Rotational grass is the solution. If we really wanted to reduce the environmental footprint of the beef industry, we take the cattle out of the feedlots and we put them on rotational grass grazing. In other news, the U.S. pork industry is facing serious challenges when it comes to social acceptance. According to a recent article in the Western Producer, public perception of pork production is shifting, especially in the United States, where activist pressure and consumer expectations around animal welfare and environmental impact are growing. Brent Moeller of the National Pork Producers Council says that, quote, "We used to be able to say, we're doing this because it's what's best for the pig, and that's no longer good enough. Now we have to say, here's what we're doing, and here's how it's good for the pig, the consumer, and the environment." End quote. The article continues, "The pork industry is working on better communicating its values and practices, but is still largely reactive when issues arise." To anyone in regenerative agriculture, the answer is blatantly obvious. Just put the animals back where they belong, on the land, eating grass, and digging in the dirt. Consumers' concerns about animal welfare are valid. We should care about the quality of the animals' lives, not only for moral issues, but also for the quality of the food produced. The fact that consumers are making noise about this could help encourage more regenerative farms to raise pigs for a healthier pork industry. I would like to take a quick minute to introduce myself. I'm a farm girl, originally from Saskatchewan, passionate about healthy soil, strong rural communities, and good food. For me, regenerative farming is more than a checklist. It's a mindset. It's about asking, how can we put life back into the soil? The first time I heard about regenerative agriculture was when I watched the documentary, The Biggest Little Farm. It blew my mind. It got me questioning everything I had been taught about farming. I had already become a fan of organic farming because it's simply obvious that the chemicals used on farms are harmful, but organic farming was still tilling the soil and creating soil loss. Regenerative farming is, in my opinion, the solution to a lot of humanity's problems. The chemicals have caused so much devastation to the health of the planet and to all of us living here. But I'm encouraged and hopeful by the fact that so many farmers and people are getting behind the regenerative banner. No-till seeding, grass-fed animals, proper rotational grazing, cover crops, and kicking the chemical companies off the farm. There are some famous farmers who have led the way so far. Joel Salatin, Gabe Brown, Greg Judy, and Grace, the shepherdess of Harmony Farms, just to name a few. I started this podcast because I believe farmers deserve better news, better conversations, and better connections. And I want consumers to see the heart behind the hard work. The world is struggling with problems caused by conventional farming, and there is a solution, a simple and very possible solution. And yet, so many people and farmers have not yet even heard of regenerative farming. We need to keep spreading the news, because the more people who know about it, the more we can stop and reverse desertification. And if we can reverse desertification, we can heal the planet and ourselves. These conversations matter. Every farmer who turns away from conventional farming, you matter. Every consumer who connects with a local farmer, you matter. Every butcher and store owner that connects farmers to customers, we all matter. Each person makes a difference, and that's why I'm starting this podcast. These conversations matter. Here's our practical tip of the week. Getting started with cover cropping. If you're thinking about trying cover crops, here are 3 quick start ideas. Number 1, start small. A single field or a fallow corner is enough for your first season. Test and observe. You don't have to bite off more than you can chew. Starting small is better than not starting at all. Number 2, mix it up. A mix of legumes, grasses, and brassicas can give you a variety of root depths and benefits. Even 2 or 3 species can make a big difference. Plants are designed to grow in a mixed environment. They feed off each other and complement each other. Number 3, think of the goals. Are you feeding soil biology, breaking compaction, or suppressing weeds? Your goal helps pick your mix. You can join regenerative farming groups online and ask them for advice. And remember, it's not failure if it doesn't go perfectly. Learning from mistakes is part of the process. Trust the process. And the tip of the week for consumers is to find local food. Whether it be hamburger from a local rancher or eggs from somebody who has chickens. There's a few staples that are probably pretty easy to find almost from your next door neighbor. Take a look around on Facebook groups or in local farmers markets. I'm sure you'll find something you can get from a local farmer. That's it for this week on Regenerative Farming News. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow the podcast and leave a quick review. It helps more people find the podcast. You can also send me your questions, guest ideas, or just say hi. I'd love to hear from you. On next week's episode, we'll talk about the benefits and challenges of using multiple species of animals to rotational graze. Until next time, take care of your soil, take care of your animals, and take care of yourself.